Padres fans, the MLB insiders are back at it trying to ship off one of our superstars. Let's talk about it all in this episode of Padres Digest. What's going on, everybody? I'm Christian Pedersen back with another episode of the show that wants to make it very clear from the jump here. I am not a Fernando Tatis hater. I am not trying or advocating for getting rid of him. I am just monkey see, monkey talk. Baseball pundits say it's time to move on. I react, I bring the news to you and add just a little bit of a sprinkle of pizzazz and opinion. If you guys want to drop a comment, would love to hear from you guys on this because we unfortunately are at the point where it is a viable conversation. I don't think that there is really a crowd out there that's like, let's get rid of Nando, but I think some of you might have that bubbling up in the back of your brain. If you're already down there typing out a comment, you might as well like, dislike, or subscribe. If you've already subscribed, go ahead and unsubscribe and resubscribe just for the hell of it. You know, no matter what you do with the buttons down there, Andrew and I will be here all season long to talk about headlines like this one. Fernando Tatis Jr. needs a change of scenery. One team makes the most sense. Again, from the jump, I want to be very clear. I am not advocating for getting rid of Nando. I think that Nando, ringworm, broken wrists, motorcycles be damned. It's just like he's just not having a good season. I think that he is still in his 20s and somebody who has a lot of baseball left to play. And baseball's a mental sport sometimes. You get in your head, and if you dig into the deeper analytics of it all, people are like, oh, he's the least lucky player in baseball because he's hitting balls hard and it's his launch angle. And I don't know what the fix is. I really don't. But in the not knowing, there is that little teeny thread of maybe he's just not gonna get it here because he needs a fresh coat of paint. He needs a new scenery. He needs a change. He needs a different clubhouse. There is a chance, and some of you have dropped this in the comments, that this is a Manny and Nando clashing thing and that the clubhouse isn't as copacetic as So in that realm of possibilities, I want to entertain all the options, and this article brings up the New York Yankees, which I will even further say that if I'm going to ship off Nando, as me, Christian Pedersen, saying, this is a really good idea, I don't want to do something with the Yankees. I have hated the Yankees since 1998 and Tino Martinez. That should have been strike three on Tino, and then it wasn't called, and now the ABS system, tap a hat, he'd have been out instead. He hits a home run. We're going to lose that World Series. Bleep those guys. But, all of my personal grudges and disqualifiers aside, it talks about how it could be a franchise-defining reset for the two teams, with the Yankees standing to benefit the most. And of all of the Yankees players, it talks about a full variety of them, and I liked some and I disliked other ideas. Here's the main chunk of the trade potential. At this point, Tatis has shown his versatility across the infield and outfield, so both Jazz Chisholm and Trent Grisham are free agents after this season. Stanton is on the IL. Aaron Judge can't sustain his workload in the outfield. Finding regular playing time for Jason Dominguez and Spencer Jones is challenging. The Yankees also have young pitching depth to deal from. A Judge-Tatis partnership would benefit both superstars while giving the Padres a chance to retool. So it is a little bit dismissive of the Padres when they call it retool. In all of those myriad options, in the effort of not just bringing you guys sensationalism, but actually talking about probative value that we can gain for the Padres, what do you guys think of Jazz Chisholm, Spencer Jones, and throw in just an arm, let's call him a non-premier, somewhere way down the tier, but just like a starting pitcher for Tatis? I have already said all the disclaimers and qualifiers of I'm not here to advocate for this. I want Tatis to figure it out as a Padre. But if I'm going to play devil's advocate, Chisholm can play the infield and put him at second. Jones can play right. And pitching always helps. Jones is on a younger contract. Chisholm's on an expiring deal. Starting pitching guy who I don't even like. It's just a younger pitch. Like that would cumulatively be a huge chunk less of money than Nando would be making, which you got to ask yourselves, maybe that then also clears up something for later this season at the trade deadline, absorbing some contract, or this off season, having some more flexibility and freedom to go out and pursue some guys. So maybe even another domino falls in the favor of adding more talent to the Padres. I holistically, collectively, actually don't hate that deal. I kind of think that maybe what my real question more than anything about do you or don't you like this deal is, at what point do we start to actually entertain these deals as Padres fans and maybe lose hope that Nando's going to be able to pull it out? Or are you fine with just like this whole season was a wash for him, but we have him under control for so long that he, you know, if his 27, if he doesn't figure it out till he's 30, but then from 30 to 35, he's just ripping it again, we're cool with it. Like it's when you have someone like Fernando under as much control as he is for as long as he is, we kind of have the time to not be like now biased and be like, he needs to perform right now. Otherwise, he's just going to walk anyway. I don't want to sustain 5 years. Like if he doesn't hit a home run for the next 5 years, that would be us being idiotic and not doing the right things as baseball managers and pundits and fans to just keep forgiving him and giving him the chance to, he's a right fielder who hits 260 and no home runs. We're paying him $350 million. But if he is going to, you know, if he's a head case and if he needs a hitter's park and if he needs all that, getting Jazz Chisholm to play us a consistent, good second base. Guy's got some sizzle, but maybe isn't the right fit in New York, so he could have a bounce back. Spencer Jones is young, hits balls really hard, is a La Costa Canyon graduate, so you know I'm down for bringing him. Maybe if we get Spencer Jones, and then I've advocated immensely for Mickey Moniak. Let's get him back. Let's just put LCC in the outfield. Sco Mavs. But I think you get what I'm saying. If we could acquire some multiple pieces and offload contract, it feels less like hyperbolic clickbaity BS and more like that's painful, but like some pain, some gain there kind of situation. I don't know. I'm starting to just kind of meander and wander. So let me know what you think about this trade deal, or if you think there is something else out there for Nando. And until next time, we'll talk to you guys soon.